And welcome to the presentation of the 2018 Beacon Awards. The Beacon Awards started in 2005, and we'll hear more about the origins, but they're a very important part of Partners Outdoors and the Great Outdoors Month celebration. We've heard already this morning talk about change and about the role of technology in change. Well, today we're going to hear 5 vignettes, 5 very important stories of how technology can be our friend, unlike my echo over here. But to tell us more about the winners of the 2018 Beacon Awards, let me recognize Phil Ingrassia, the President and CEO of the RV Dealers Association, and Jim Kurth, the Deputy Director of the Fish and Wildlife Service. Welcome.
Thank you, Derek, and good afternoon, everyone. This is a very important part of Great Outdoors Month, and I'm very pleased to be here representing the Outdoor Recreation Roundtable to present these awards. Beacon Awards were first presented in June 2005, implementing a recommendation of the Partners Outdoors session earlier that year. The federal partners, co-hosting partners, urged that a new awards program be created, jointly administered by the American Recreation Coalition and the federal agencies that welcome nearly 1 billion recreation visits annually. The new award would encourage experimentation with and the use of new technologies to improve visitor experiences and the recreation program management profession. Recreation-related federal agencies nominate candidates for the award, but selection is made by ORR, the Outdoor Recreation Roundtable, which measures nominations against the award criteria. These criteria include innovation in the use of technology for visitor services or recreation management, use of partnerships with for-profit and nonprofit organizations, efforts to share news of creative solutions within the agency, and community support for the work of the initiative. The 2018 recipients of ARC's Beacon Award represent outstanding efforts by federal agencies and partners in harnessing the power of technology to improve public recreation experiences and the federal recreation program management. Today we'll announce those winners, briefly describe the reasons for the award, and introduce the award recipients. And we'll have a chance to meet with them over ice cream in the South Penthouse beginning at 5:45 p.m. Before we make the presentations, I'd like to welcome one of our distinguished partners in today's events, the Deputy Director for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Jim Kurth, and he'll share some thoughts with us about the awards. Thank you.
Well, it is a great privilege and pleasure to be here. I think I've been involved with this program this week ever since I moved to Washington in 1999, before the Beacon Awards. And you might wonder what an old guy knows about technology and the digital world. After all, I was on my 5th National Wildlife Refuge duty station before I even had a computer on my desk. I have a secret weapon. I have grandchildren. And one of my great joys is to take my 7-year-old grandson on the deck behind my house at this time of year, and I get out my iBird app and play the mating call of the gray catbird, and they immediately come down scolding and wondering who's in their territory, and he roars with laughter. He thinks I am a magician. And the reason I mention that in the context of these awards is because his parents couldn't tell him what a gray catbird sounds like. And I think there's a huge world out there for children to explore components of nature now, today, that their parents can't help them with. And their parents might even learn right alongside with them. So I think this Beacon Award was a great innovation in this celebration this week, and I'm a pleasure to be part of it. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. Now let's get started. We have 5 winners to announce today. 4 of our awards go to bureaus of the Department of the Interior and partners, and we also have an outstanding honoree from the Department of Agriculture. The first of the 2018 Beacon Awards goes to the National Park Service for its National Trails System GIS network, Would Matt Robinson and Pete Bonzo please join us? National Trail System Network was formed in 2011 and includes representatives from agencies that administer national trails, trail associations, and educational institutions. The network identifies and shares best practices to effectively portray the national system for recreation management and to inform the public. The network focuses on the GIS data available for 30 national scenic and historic trails. Initial GIS data was inconsistent, for some trails, non-existent. The approaching 50th anniversary of the National Trail System helped inspire action along with growing demand for one-stop shopping for national trail information. Last year, the network agreed to produce an interactive map of the National Trail System using technology that would allow federal, state, and partner staff to post GIS data in a single location and simple format. Matt and Peter coordinated the effort, providing GIS services to trails without in-house capacity and created a new openness to sharing information. The map is now live and available, located on the Partnership for the National Trails System website. The next layer to be added is a story map portraying the significant events that occurred on national scenic and historic trails. Congratulations to you both on your fine work.
I just wanted to add, my name is Jeff Reinbold with the National Park Service, and just wanted to add, not only did they do this, but under a ridiculously tight time frame. This 50th anniversary of the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act and National Trails Act is incredibly important to us on a couple of fronts. Being able to put together the data helps us make better decisions as managers. It helps the public have access to these sites and awareness of them. But most importantly, quite honestly, it also helps us within the service educate our own staff about these amazing resources that are too often taken for granted. So kudos to both of you on seeing this through. Thank you.
And now for our next Beacon Award winner for 2018, we are delighted to recognize NIC and its remarkable success in partnering with the National Park Service to fulfill a surge in senior pass demand in 2017. Let me invite Sandy Miller, Angela Foltz-Nordstrom, and Bob Radcliffe from the National Park Service to join us up here. With the National Park Service and NIC, a leading provider of digital government services, embarked on a pilot effort to sell daily and annual passages online in 2016. These efforts have proven popular and have expanded far beyond Acadia National Park and other initial sites. The cooperative efforts were helpful when demand for the National Park and Federal Recreational Lands Lifetime Senior Pass surged after Congress raised the fee from $10 to $80 under the National Park Service Centennial Act back in August of 2017. My lovely wife was part of that surge. Media and organizations reaching millions of Americans helped boost demand, overwhelming traditional sales channels. Federal fee collection sites ran out of senior passages, and the online site operated by the federal government quickly reached a backlog of many months. The Park Service invited NIC assistance in late June. In weeks, NIC created and made fully operational a system able to take large numbers of senior pass orders online, confirm buyer eligibility, only U.S. citizens and people over 62, and produce the physical passes and fulfill the purchases. NIC sold and delivered 651,352 senior passages in 2017, compared to the total senior pass sales of 33,000 in 2016 through all channels. NPS and NIC efforts continue to expand. Visitors to a growing number of parks can buy interest passes from them at yourpassnow.com at no additional cost. Passes are emailed for immediate use and can be stored on smart printed for future use. Congratulations to the National Park Service and NIC.
On behalf of NIC, I would like to thank the Outdoor Recreation Roundtable for this recognition, and a special thanks to the National Park Service, Chris Williamson, and the past program team for allowing us to partner with them to help fulfill not only the senior passes, but the ability to provide electronic passes for now 9 national parks. And the U.S. Forest Service and BLM have also joined us to let visitors be able to plan their trips in advance and take advantage of visiting our national treasures. Thank you very much.
All of our DOI bureaus are so essential to delivering additional sportsman's access and recreational opportunities that the Secretary has mandated in his order. But as I tend to turn to the next award winners, I must admit I have a fond spot for the United States Fish and Wildlife Service. All right, we changed the order up a little bit here, so let me make sure that I've got these right. All right, our next award is the first of 2 going to the Fish and Wildlife Service. This one goes to our agency's Midwest Regional Office for its innovative sign inventory app. So let's get Gabe D'Alacio to come up here as we describe the work of the team he led. Gabe. Signs are such a critical communications resource for visitors to our refuges and other public lands. Signs support wayfinding, safety, regulatory, and interpretive information to people 24/7. Missing and deteriorated signs hamper these missions. Signs require significant time and money to develop, fabricate, install, and maintain. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's Midwest Regional Office understood that an online sign inventory would help refuge managers, maintenance workers, rangers, and others know every sign's age, condition, and other significant information, even identify missing signs. A good inventory would also assist in forecasting timely replacement and updating. Previous sign inventories were very manpower intensive and inflexible, requiring physical compilations of photos, maps, recordings of dimensions, materials, and posted information. Gabe led a team of visitor services staffs and other managers to develop a mobile app that can record nearly all of these functions. You still need a tape measure at a cost of 2 minutes per sign. Using the app on a mobile device and attributes from drop-down menus, a GPS tagged photo of the sign is taken and uploaded to the local station. The sign can be reviewed at the station, region, or national levels. Signs which don't get photographed during a site review can be investigated to correct loss, removal, or relocation issues. Gabe, thank you for this innovation, and we are so pleased to award you and your team this Beacon Award. Midwest nice. Once again, being old, I remember the sign shop in the Midwest region where it was literally a fabrication place with old style tools, great folks, but it's really nice to see how we've moved into the 21st century. And we're going to stay with the Fish and Wildlife Service, and let's ask Danielle Brigida, our agency's digital strategy manager, to join me, accompanied by Barbara Wainman, our assistant director for external affairs. Yay. Danielle leads social media strategy at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, delivering creative, engaging campaigns for more than a decade. She has pioneered agency use of social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, to connect with news media influencers, wildlife recreationists, nature novices, and sharing stories of the wonders of wildlife and the importance of conservation. She has tripled the agency's overall audience and aided in the expanded use of social media by other agency communicators. The service's social media across Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram now serves more than 735,000 followers. She is leading efforts to improve customer service and leading the agency's migration to the Drupal content management system. She has helped the agency use digital storytelling tools such as Medium.com and blogging. She champions communications through the use of humor and the unusual and the spectacular. Danielle not only creates, but collaborates with her team and others to create thought-provoking content that unites people with diverse values, inspires the uninitiated to fall in love with wildlife and outdoor recreation, and promotes improved wildlife conservation by inspiring individual changes in behavior. I'm very happy to see you get this award, my friend.
Well, I'm fairly new to the Fish and Wildlife Service, and I thought we had innovative and good social media presence where I came from at USGS, but Danielle has taken us to another level in my experience, and she is she's a genius at her craft, and I always admire how much she tries to learn about the topics that she is writing about or tweeting about or Instagramming about. You can tell I'm old like Jim. But one thing I remember when I first got here, we were starting our hunting campaign, and Danielle actually took it upon herself to go out and do a hunt and learn about hunting. And I thought that was above and beyond the call of duty as someone who had never done that myself. So I thank Danielle for all she does to keep the Fish and Wildlife Service vibrant and real for future generations. So thank you, Danielle.
Our final Beacon Award for 2018 goes to the Forest Service for its innovative and broad U.S. Forest Service mobile app. The list of those working on this app is long, but we are delighted to invite Toby Bloom, Monica Darien, Ashley Newson, and Tom Dunn to join us for this recognition. In 18 months, the National Forest and Grassland Explorer mobile app has become a popular tool for visitors. The app has been downloaded to Apple and Android devices by tens of thousands of users. It's basically a ranger in your pocket, offering tours, photos, videos of natural resources. It also includes key information like trail maps, operating hours, how to get permits and passes, real-time notifications about trail closures, fire emergencies, and special events. The Cleveland National Forest used the app to announce trail closures for high heat and fire emergencies. These actions likely saved thousands of taxpayer dollars as well as lives. Right now, more than 50 National Forest and Grassland units participate. 27 are now operating, with 26 more in development. Downloaded maps are GPS-enabled and will show the visitor's location even when offline, which is an important safety feature. The app is synced with the Recreation Information Database, and updates are automatic. It's 508 compliant, and Your Pass Now is being integrated into the app. 2 pilot sites are up with links planned to recreation.gov. This will make pass compliance easy and will likely save thousands of hours for visitors and agency staff. It's truly a team effort. Congratulations.
I am accepting this award on behalf of probably 60 people. And so, like many great ideas, this was an idea that originated in the field with a couple of our forests that had tried out the app and told me how great it was. And so our visionary Deputy Chief Leslie Weldon gave it her blessing and put out a letter telling everybody to to encourage them to participate. Our Associate Deputy Chief, Glenn Casamassa, found the money for us to be able to try this out so that all of the forests can have a year to try this, paid for by the Washington office. And I'm happy to say that almost all of them have continued after that trial year. And we are actually up to 35 forests now that have live apps starting this summer. And we've got about 20 more that are working on building their apps. And I was just at a conference this past week, and the Allegheny National Forest, their partner organization, would like to build the app as well. They're doing the Google Street View, and they want to have a place where people are going to be able to see the tour that they're giving. So I'm going to quickly read the app managers' names since they're really the ones who won. Nicole Malandry, Tammy Williams, Mary Nordine, Robert Ferdinand, Alicia King, Joey Martin, Brady Smith, Bridget Roth, Deborah Soltez, Tim Ealing, Eric Dodd, Kimberly Bonacorso, Calibri San Fiorenzo Bernhard, Carolyn Krupp, Victoria Cuevas, Marta Call, Hannah Volmer, Carrie McDonald, Joy Barney, Jen Coartani, Cody Norris, Amber Kramer, Ann Carlson, Catherine Rich, Richard Short, Ed Clayton, Jenny Williams, Sarah Abbott, Nathan Fletcher, Jennifer Beckar, Deborah Stuckey, Brandon Cayley, Darren Upton, Julianne Overton, Alicia Embry, Valerie Glowinski, Tracy Fiddler, Suzanne Hirsch, Gary Chansey, Joseph Phillips, and Scott Fitzwilliams. And I think I left a few out. And I also have to thank OnCell for being such an excellent partner. They really know the game inside and out. They've given us really valuable input and helped us develop a tool that has really been loved and accepted by the Forest Service and all of our 32,000 folks that have downloaded the app so far. So thank you very much.
Wow, that's a 54-man roster working on that project. Congratulations. Before we return to Rec X for sessions 3 and 4, let me just add a few comments about the ongoing importance of the work being done by today's honorees and so many others working in the field. We live in a time when opportunities to share news, images, and ideas are expanding dramatically. We can now receive interpretive messages through our smartphones while we walk a trail, or even we can visit a trail virtually now. The challenge we all have is to use these capacities to connect even more people, especially young people, to the natural world. The innovations we've heard about today can help foster the ideals of conservation and drive home the messages that it's great to be in the great outdoors. To all the honorees with us today, thank you for introducing us to some exciting projects, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Congratulations again.